Lovely to see you.
Lovely to see you as well.
Awesome work in this.
Thank you.
You look better now than you did the last time we saw you in this movie, under a little duress, I think.
Oh, where?
There's some action taking place. You're taking some.
Yes, I am.
Talk about the training for that, because like people who don't know don't realize that we see you run for 15 seconds. That means you probably ran all day long.
Yes, correct. That's so funny. It's true. It was intense. It was a lot of prior work to it, too, because obviously you have to look apart. You have to look realistic. And I honestly did not look like I could take someone down. And so it was a lot of like prepping for that and learning from the stuntees. And then really came down to the day of like the underdive water situation, doing jiu-jitsu underwater. That was really tricky, and being weighted underwater. I had never done that before, and I'd never done scuba diving like to that extent, like the real deal. And it was scary because you are on the bottom of a pool with a weighted vest, and you kind of have to work through the anxiety but also look sad and open my eyes underwater. It was really tricky, and I did do it all day long. And it was like it was a really hard day. It unraveled, took harder things throughout the day because I also had to like stay up that night for an audition, and I had been underwater for 16 hours. I couldn't see. So it was like the whole day was wild. But it was, I mean, watching the movie, I'm just so proud of it.
It's such a beautiful scene. And like, frankly, I was afraid you were going to shoot me down and go, oh no, we did that all in CG.
I never saw I was underwater.
Way to commit. It looks amazing.
Thank you.
What are some other scenes that like 10, 20 movies from now, you'll think back to like a day on the set and you go, oh, that day hurt?
The day that I actually fell and hurt myself. I fell in the middle of a shooting and hurt myself, and it was just really bumming because it kind of halted everything. But we came out of it really well, and everyone was just so supporting, and it was really exciting.
Working opposite Vin, how is this?
Amazing. He's so fun, and you know, the whole cast, everyone was just such. If you see the movie, we're a very small cast, actually. Like, we have people plugged in and out, but the consistency was just like 4 or 5 people. So we all lived in South Africa and Cape Town, and so we kind of had to hang with each other. We had no choice, and it was great. And then his family came along, and I love his family and his kids and his wife, and so we kind of hung out together because she's Mexican and I'm Mexican, so we would like vibe. And
are you kind of auntie now?
Yes, I always been, because I've known them for a long time.
Right.
So it was also weird when we were going to do this movie because we both didn't know, and we're like, oh, this is awkward now because we've been like family. But it's amazing, and it worked out incredible, and it's such a beautiful, like, not a love story, but a love story. It's about like love in the sense of compassion, which I loved. It's not necessarily like, oh, it's more platonic love that I think that's a beautiful message to send for girls.
Yeah, I agree. Do you ever look at your career and what an amazing career you've had already? Like, very few people can say they've bookended their career with something as cool as this. And then Sesame Street on the other side.
Yes, right.
En español.
En español.
Right.
I'm glad that you know this. That's a weird flex. You got that one. I don't even remember Sesame Street.
Yeah, I was going to say, 10, 20 movies and series. What do you remember about a day on the set of Sesame Street?
Sesame Street, that I broke the mold of, there was this mold of a real, like the set, and it was like a, like the Center for Ants version of it, of the Zoolander, and I broke it, and I got fired, and it was really sad that day of my 2-year-old version.
So you do remember?
Yeah, I do remember.
Probably from stories being retold.
Yes.
But what a career it launched.
I do. I could not be more grateful for Big Bird just pushing me through. Yeah, Big Bird really made a difference for me.
That's awesome. Yeah. Well, congrats on this really awesome movie.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thanks
Take care.